2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see Montreal playing against the home team. Well, for Golden State, they're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. A chance tonight to see Klay Thompson do his thing. Clearly one of the best shooters in the game. Can also be a little streaky.
It's game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge. Special treat for our viewers this evening. The sports guy, Bill Simmons, is with us.
It's half of a special treat as Brent Barry is, but I'm going to do my best.
Brent Barry's pretty good.
He's really good at stuff.
Yeah. He reads you a lot.
Half a treat is better than the whole treat, right? I mean, come on.
Honored to be here.
They are one of the few undefeated teams at this point of the new NBA season with a 7-0 record. Tremendous play.
And I think for Montreal, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And don't count on that coming to an end anytime soon. The talent level of this squad is off the charts. And with the momentum they're gathering here early in the year, it can steamroll through the season.
Our chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for Montreal, they've got Martin, also O'Neal out there. Young is out there with help. And it's Daniels into the shooting guard. You know, you look at the roster of the Golden State Warriors. In terms of talent level, Bill, where do you think they rank all time? Because they've put now 3 championships together in 4 seasons.
Yeah, it's a tough question because, you know, the Russell Celtics in the 60s, I think had the most talent, but you only also had like 8, 9, 10 teams in the league during those years. But they had teams where there was like 7 or 8 Hall of Famers. The Warriors went deep like that. But for what they've done in this era, I think to have, you know, 2 transcendent guys in the same team combined with 2 other guys who are in the top 20, so you have that. And then you have Curry, Thompson, and Durant. I think are probably 3 of maybe the best 8 shooters ever, or 9 shooters, whatever. So you have that over there.
Yes.
And then to do this in a 30-team league is basically impossible. So if you're comparing them like the 80s Celtics and the 80s Lakers, those teams probably had similar talent, but it was also a smaller league. And if you had a 30-team league in 1985, Kevin McHale's not on the Celtics. He's probably on one of the expansion teams.
Starting 4 All-Stars, the Warriors team.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure we see this again.
I agree.
Well, I think KD getting more and more used to this off-ball movement of the Golden State Warrior offense and finds his teammates for cuts.
Green's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Bill, we've seen the NBA take steps to amend the draft lottery. Any further changes that you might recommend?
The biggest thing I would do is I just don't think you should be able to finish in the top 3 2 years in a row. I think there has to be some sort of schmuck insurance for the rest of the league. I'm fine rewarding the 1 bad season, but when you're just continuously bad, the year that Cleveland, when they won the lottery 3 out of 4 years, I just thought that was a travesty.
Just didn't feel right, did it?
No, it's just wrong. There's 30 teams in the league, and you have a team that really blows the LeBron James era and just surrounds him with the wrong people, and he leaves, and then really can't stay out of its way for the next couple of years, and they just keep getting the #1 pick. I don't agree with that. I think that's bad. I also thought it was bad that Philly was able to get #3 and #1 in back-to-back years, and it's bad that the Celtics were able to get the 3rd pick and then the 1st pick. So that would be the one thing I would do. I don't think you should be able to successfully fail for multiple years.
Screen by Young. Here's O'Neal. A 3-pointer, no good. Warriors leading by 4. Here's Thompson. Good. It's Green picking up the assist. And it's 7 points for Klay Thompson.
Klay showing a little bit of speed in the open floor there as he gets up the lane in transition.
And first time out of the game called for Montreal. Some changes for Golden State. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Bell. Allen comes in for Kevin Durant. And Raul Neto subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now, here's Miles. And he uses the glass on the layup. Isles has got his first points in this one. Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the three ways of I'm getting to know you. What are the three things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other two things for me were sports and pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
Now here's Corver after the miss from Klay Thompson. Basket, good. Lighton's got his second basket of the night.
Fantastic pass from Corver there to a teammate who is left all alone, seeing the court well.
Neto kicks to Thompson. Green, the screen. It's Iguodala with the drive. Outside, Green. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for the Warriors. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
There's the pick. And here's Corver from the arc. It's good from long range.
That's why Corver's team runs those screen plays for him, because he always seems to capitalize on opportunities like that with his sweet shot.
Neto, the pass to McCaw. Iguodala kicks to Neto. Pass to McCaw. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 5. McCaw with the bucket. McCaw has got his first bucket of the night.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Outside Corver. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Corver's got 6 points.
That's Corver's game right there. When that 3 ball is dropping, he is really, really dangerous. And it drops often.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Montreal ahead, ending the first quarter. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what you've seen from Montreal, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench. That's been the difference here so far.
Well, a good coach always optimizes his rotation. And in the first quarter, he did a great job of that.
And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland. Bill, they'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown, and the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody for years and years there. Just like very blue-collar, old-school fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you could feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base. And I hope, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland go on to 70 teams.
Well said. It's small ball with Iguodala and Green down low. Then there's Allen. And it's Neto in at the point guard. That's the Warriors' 5. Passes it to Corver. Launches a 3. Unable to get that one. And Golden State will come the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, a long and tiring game. Made worse, obviously, by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bell is checked in for Iguodala. Kevin Durant comes in for Tony Allen. And it's Livingston in for Raul Neto. And Montreal will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Daniel Tice. Jarrell Martin comes in for C.J. Miles. Korkmaz checked in for Kyle Korver. Young is subbed in for Whitehead. And before the ownership changed in 2010, the Warriors franchise really staggered.
Yeah, they staggered to the point that in 2012, I wrote a long column for Grantland about, it was like the 60 reasons you can't blame the Warriors fans for booing their owner on Chris Mullin night. And I went through their whole history since they won the title in '74, and just all the horrible things that happened to them, all the dumb moves they made, all the dumb trades, all the things they never should have done. It was extensive. And after things flipped around, people mail me that article all the time, like, can you believe it? We've won 3 titles in the last 4 years. You just wrote this. It feels like yesterday. And it was. It's one of the most amazing turnarounds of any franchise I've been in.
I'm assuming you're a fan of the front office.
Yeah, very, very smart. But, you know, the pieces were there. When they bought the team, everyone thought they overpaid. And not to toot my own horn, because I've been wrong a million times, but I was one of the only people who didn't think they overpaid. I just felt like that market was awesome. I loved their fans. It was in the heart of Silicon Valley. It made sense that they should be a juggernaut, you know, and they'd never really had good ownership. And as we learn over and over every year at the Knicks, like, owners matter. They just do.
Here's Howard, and it's in off the backboard. Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful comment to me.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan? Let's do that. Cut me the check. As
Sign
Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
Already.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The feed to Livingston. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Livingston's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Howard setting the pick for Young. And another 3 for Montreal.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Here is Livingston. He's got 6. They set the pick. Here's Durant. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
No better way to fire up your teammates. Durant showing good athleticism on the Monster Jam.
Montreal calls timeout. So for Montreal, Biden's checked in for Jarrell Martin. O'Neal comes in for Korkmaz. And Daniels subbed in for Thornwell. Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
And Brent, always cool, isn't it, to hear what Bill's thinking? He comes at things from a variety of angles.
And you have the pop culture stuff and the bits from personal life and his interaction around the game. He certainly has a passion for basketball, and it's great that Bill's adding some color to the audience's experience.
That one's good, and the Montreal lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Livingston.
Great form on the Livingston jump shot there. He knows he's got the green light in the mid-range.
Young outside. Howard setting the pick for Young. Screen by Howard. Shot off the pick by Young. The Warriors pull it in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. To the middle. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. Allen comes in for Patrick McCaw. It's a neck-and-neck game in Golden State. Young outside. Screen by Howard. Young outside. Howard setting the pick for Young. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 9 points in the quarter.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing.
Back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie, Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 18 points and 2 assists. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand.
Thanks for joining.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
On the court right now for Montreal. Martin is out there with O'Neal. Then there's Howard. And it's Young, and it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. Livingston with it. He's against Young. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And here's Montreal. Here's Martin. Kicks it to O'Neal. And the pass to Young. They double him with Green. And Howard has it in the corner. Pass to Martin. Back to Howard. It's stolen by Bell. And it's the Warriors on the break. Durant with a wide open look. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
It's stolen by Martin. And here's the fast break. Howard misses.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 13.
Well, you want to push Clay into those areas, and it's a little bit deflating when he starts to make perimeter jump shots more towards the inside.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Montreal shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself, and we've already seen the upside.
Raul Netos checked in for the Warriors. And then for Montreal, Daniel Tice is checked in for Howard. C.J. Miles comes in for Jarrell Martin. And it's Corver in for Royce O'Neal.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And Young kicks to Corver. Montreal again missing.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
Durant, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
It's kind of tough to be a big wing in the LeBron James era. You're constantly compared to what it is he does, but Durant has risen to that challenge and uniquely qualified to be an elite player.
Here's what Montreal's going with right now. Thornwell, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And it's Whitehead in for Young. Korver against Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Got it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Korver.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Durant dishes to Green. High, arcing shot. They get it back. Got a piece of it. Here's Thornwell, defended by Durant. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Back to Tice. Here's the screen. There's the three. Right-hand shot is off. Last game for Montreal, they picked up the W against Oklahoma City. And it's Thompson with the jam.
A lot of dialogue around the league as to whether or not Klay Thompson could bear the brunt of being a main scorer on the team. Well, tonight proving it.
Pass to Corbin. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Warriors leading by 5. It's Durant with the drive. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A three-pointer off the mark. It's Miles on the wing. And by Green. Korver, good.
And when you give room to Kyle Korver, he's going to burn you. You have to play up on him and get him to drive.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
And the Warriors with some changes. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Green. Allen comes in for Klay Thompson. And McCaw is subbed in for Raul Neto. Biden's checked in for Montreal. Korver kicks to Tice. Back to Korver. There's the pick for the tie. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Korver's got it all tied up now for Montreal.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Iguodala, the pass to Durant. To the inside.
Skilled, instinctual, enough to have the offense run through him. KD has become an expert at passing out of the pick and roll.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming in courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammer. And they're on the break. Here's Iguodala. No good off the front iron. Korver from deep three-point land. And another three for Montreal.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
Tries from 16, and that one drops for him. 6 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, that is automatic. Durant, one of the better mid-range shooters in the game.
Korver, good.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Allen outside. Down low. Layup off the pick. And Durant lays it in. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. They set the screen. Now Korver. 19 points in the game. Jacks up a three. Offensive rebound. Tice. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right here.
Montreal shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And we reach the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Montreal ahead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Iguodala and Durant hold down the forward spots. Allen is out there with Livingston, and it's Bell in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Daniels kicks to Young. Screen by Howard. To the paint. Rebounded by Livingston.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Count the basket. That
makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Iguodala against O'Neal. He dishes it to Howard. Misses him close.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
Inside, here's O'Neal. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, we've seen some big plays here tonight, but they've been sporadic. That's been an issue.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the middle, here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Yep, and that's where Howard does most of his damage, Kevin, on the roll. No one wants to try to stop him or get near him or slow him down on the direct line to the rim.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Durant. It's Thompson in for Allen. Livingston with it. He's against Young. No good from Bell. And here's Young. Some nice passing by Montreal here. Cutting the screen. There's the triple. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Takes the 13-footer. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Passes it to Martin. On the wing, Daniels. Drains the three-pointer.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
Here's Iguodala. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Tipped away. Now, here is O'Neal. Right side, Martin. Young outside. Martin the screen. 6 to shoot. And Young, here we go. Can't connect from short range. The Warriors trailing. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. Here's Bell. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That one is no good.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
It's good.
And Livingston right now taking shots within the offensive sets. A big one there.
Now, here is Young. He's covered by Livingston. Young outside. Screened by Howard. Shots good from Young. Young's got 22.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I know the defense has 5 guys, but collectively they're no match for this guy. He is roasting him.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had it opening, he's taking it.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He told the guys, I know you can do it. Make every possession count and watch how things go our way. Kevin?
Thank you, David. To the paint. Oh, and the dunk by Howard.
About the vision from the crafty little guard. Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Tipped away. Warriors trail by 6. The pass to Thompson. Over Daniels. And Thompson gets it to go.
And that is a potential game changer. Thompson maintaining his calm and coming through.
Montreal calls timeout. They're up by 4. A minute 42 left in the fourth. And the Warriors making a change here. Durant's checked in. Here's Young. Right side, Martin. Young outside. Martin with the screen for Young. He gets stolen by Livingston. No good that time. And it's Montreal the other way. O'Neal passes to Young. He trains the quick shot. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for Montreal.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
Here's Durant. It's rebounded by Montreal. Young with the ball. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Martin the screen, 5 to shoot. Up off the screen and finished off by Martin.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision making.
And sent back by Howard. Here's Young. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Howard. Young outside, off the pick. Again, Montreal scores.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Timeout call the Warriors. They trail by 10. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Fight all the way through, even to the bitter end.
Here's Whitehead. Durant with the steal. Off target with that shot. So we see Montreal get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems.
Wanna put me hit my manager. Have it like O'Neal, walking like what's the deal? Seen rooms, spent one deal. Can you really keep it player? Can you really keep it real? Box Chevy for the summer, new bent for my mother. Good gas, low number. Like the old school thunder, water on me like a plumber. Just wanna let it you see. I know that you wanna be me. You claim you're real, but you squeal. You think I said it, they call you OG. Notes in the table, but shorty, I'm blessed. I don't gotta sneeze. For the haters, I got the best.